All right, here we are. Here we all are. Here I am. What's going on to everyone who's joined? Another week, another stream where we talk about some community, some Atlanta, some Brooklyn Nine-Nine, some Our Flag Means Death. Loki's coming out next week. There's a lot of stuff. I have a poll up for anyone who joins. What are you looking forward to more next week? Our Flag Means Death Season 2 or Loki Season 2? There's also Assassin's Creed Mirage coming out next week. I think that might be the top of my list. I will be there Thursday to pick it up, and I'll have to play it. Like, I want to play it immediately, but there's so many shows coming out. Okay, I'm working off of one screen today, so I have to manage my chats while also managing my questions and stuff. So it looks like my streams are doing good. And YouTube's been crazy in the studio. It's always like refreshing and stuff, so I can't really see it, but I have it up. This week was only 3 videos. I had a few last week because I did Better Call Saul and I did Our Flag Means Death video and stuff like that. But today it looks like it's just Community, Atlanta, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And yeah, if we have time at the end, talk a little bit about flags. But right now it's just me, so I will start. All right, everything's looking good. Just want to be sure. Take a sip. This week I was smart. I didn't use a glass with a glass straw, so sounds a little bit better. But okay, we have Community Season 2, Episode 23. So as far as YouTube is concerned, next week I'll be posting the finale for Season 2. But I'll be posting the Season 3 beginning episode 1, on Patreon on Monday. So Sunday of this week, I will be watching the first episode of Season 3. I can't wait. But this week, YouTube was a fistful of paintballs, part 1 of 2 of the finale. And these 2 episodes I watched together. I felt like I needed to. I don't think it would have done it justice to watch one and then watch the next one a week later. So I watched them both the same day, and I posted them both to Patreon on the same day, but I split them for YouTube. So this is the one that was shot like a Western. This one was pretty cool. It was basically like Annie's episode, where she is like the main focus of it in the beginning, because we see a couple, we see a recurring character who I forgot his name, but all know who I'm talking about, from The Breakfast Club, and Annie takes him out of the game quick. But there's a lot going on, but really not a lot going on. Basically, this ice cream cone wants to put together this year's paintball fight and have a better prize than last year. Well, the principal said he wants to have a prize that's not as good as last year's, where, it's hard to hold up his end of the bargain to like give the prize away. But then it turns out that this ice cream company wants to give out $100,000 to whoever wins the paintball contest. And I'm like, that is a way bigger prize than last year's. I think last year it was just whoever won got to pick whatever class they wanted to take or something like that. So immediately we're thinking 100K, like it's every man for themselves. Last year you could team up. Some people don't care about picking their class, I guess, but $100,000, I want to win. So where was I? Yeah, so basically, Chang is trying to pick a faction. He keeps failing. But the main thing is that stranger who comes in, and as soon as he got there with his shotgun paintballs, I kind of figured he was sent there by someone to win. I initially thought he was sent there by the dean. I was wrong. But At this point, we don't know that the rival community college is the one who's setting this up, so I wouldn't even have thought to think that they were the ones who sent him. So basically, there's that plot, and then the whole plot of Pierce like running his own town basically in the school. So he has his whole camp set up with a whole bunch of students there helping him out. He's like charging people to use the bathroom. You have to pay with paintballs. So all these people are kind of like on his payroll. I'm guessing for him to win, which is kind of odd because they could have just turned on him. Because $100,000 is a lot. If you get two, three, four people to like conspire against everyone else, you're all getting $25,000. That's not too bad. So yeah, they get attacked by the new guy, the handsome new guy that Jeff is kind of jealous of. You could kind of tell. And they all head to Pierce's because they're told that Pierce is where they could get more ammo from. And immediately I'm like, why do you guys believe friggin' Pierce? You know, as the audience looking in, you know he's a jerk and he's probably lying, you know, but they're with him and they kind of like take everything he says as truth, pretty much. But he does get them to the cache, not the money, the cache of weapons and ammo. But the ammo that Jeff gets are blanks, which is kind of funny, but it makes sense. Pierce kind of hates Jeff, so he doesn't want him to win. Pierce wants to win, but he gives Jeff the blanks anyway. And there's like a standoff between Annie, well, basically between the new handsome guy holding Annie and Jeff. And that's when they find out that Jeff's gun has blanks in it, so they have to go back. And I'm really going through this episode quick. There's a lot, but it was more action, you know, so there's really not a lot of little details to go through. So they go back and, you know, they're asking for explanation from Pierce. The main thing that I missed was in the beginning, it looks like everyone's playing cards at the table. And that is kind of what sparked Pierce to do what he did because, again, in his head, the group is having fun, like having a card game, and they don't invite him. And that's kind of like the theme of this season with Pierce. He always feels like he's being left out, which, as I've said multiple times, as he should, because he's an ass. But, you know, they're talking, and, you know, he blurts it out. He says something like, again, not even 5 days ago or so, I walk in on you guys all playing cards without me. But the kind of little twist here is that they weren't playing cards. They were voting on kicking Pierce out of the group, which I think is long overdue, but that's what they were doing. And the only person to actually vote for him was Annie. I don't know why, but Annie has a soft spot for Pierce. So everyone voted him out except for Annie. And then, you know, the handsome guy comes in because he wants to take everyone out because he's paid to do it. And Pierce fakes a heart attack. And this is kind of interesting and funny that he fakes his heart attack and the guy wants to go help him. Obviously, if you don't know somebody, like that was literally the first time that guy has ever seen Pierce. He doesn't know who he is, what he's about, how awful of a person he is, how he acts towards people. All he sees is an old man he thinks is having a heart attack. So of course he goes to help him. But the group knows he's probably faking it. Abed says, I forgot, what was the thing he said last week? He did it to like get a cookie or something or a snack, something like that. But he doesn't believe him. He helps him. Pierce shoots him. So the hired gun is out and he's pissed. And he goes on the phone. He's talking to his boss about what happened. And that's when they figure out that it's the rival school that sent in the this hired gun to win, because it's an odd plot. The school, the rival school, is the one who set up this elaborate paintball tournament. They set the prize at $100,000. So they need to guarantee that they win so they don't actually have to give the prize out, I'm guessing. Because where would they just get $100,000 from to do this? So he's out. And then basically at the end, it's a free for all. You know, everyone's shooting, shooting, shooting. And then there's like the stormtroopers. Wait, am I getting ahead of myself? I am getting ahead of myself. I'm going into the next episode. Maybe this is a reason why I shouldn't have watched them both. Because I really can't wait to talk about that episode. So, yeah, I believe that's where it ends, is with Pierce and the crew, because that's where it picks up the next week. But it was really cool that they did a Western with this one. And then episode 24 is basically Star Wars. They used the crawl and they used like the fake music and they use Han Solo's name and stuff like that. So I really love how Community does this. And the Russo brothers are amazing. And I said it during my reaction. I don't remember which episode, but I feel like these two episodes might have been like what sparked Marvel to hire them, because just to do like a sitcom as a comedy Community, like these two episodes, the way they shot them, specific genres, the way they used the camera, the way they used slow motion, it was amazing. And it kind of reminded me of like a mini Winter Soldier, you know, a comedic Winter Soldier. So that was this week's Community. I can't wait till next week to talk about it. But I think next week I'll be on Wednesday though, because Thursday I have a lot of stuff going on. I have a lot to watch, a lot to react to. So I'll probably go live on Wednesday. Excuse me. I feel like my sinuses are kicking in because my nose has been running all day. So that was Community pretty much. Next up is Atlanta, season 4, final season, episode 2, The Homeliest Little Horse. This is another great episode that might not really take me too long to talk about, because it was very specific and there was a lot going on to get, you know, and ends to justify the means. So we start off, we see a lady who, and a black man passes her. So basically we're getting the sense that this woman really likes black men. You get into her apartment, she's listening, I believe, to Beyonce. She loves black music. So without context, we see this just as a side mission, or not a mission, a side plot, kind of like how Atlanta does. They do a lot of episodes like that. So we're like, okay, there's going to be a side plot about this woman, and this is all we know just by seeing what's on the screen is she enjoys black men because she was stalking him, looking through him while he was getting changed across the way and listening to the music. But we see she gets an email that a publisher wants to talk to her about publishing her book. And the book is, as we find out later, the book is called The Homeliest Little Horse. So as this goes on, the main plot is Ern is in therapy. He's with a psychiatrist, which is great because if you could afford it, everyone should probably have one if you're going through things. Because there was really some important stuff that he needed to talk about. Like, one, the trust issues he has, where he doesn't really trust anyone, even though I said he probably should trust Darius, because Darius seems very trustworthy. But it all stems from when he was in college, and I'm really paraphrasing, where he had an interview for a job, he bought a suit, and there was a girl that he knew. They were both RAs in the same building, Ern and this white girl. Basically, he got invited somewhere, and he needed somewhere to put his suit, so when he was done, he could come get it, get changed, and go to his interview. So the other RA, who he thought was very friendly and one of his good friends, said, yes, I will hold your suit for you. So he does what he has to do, and he gets back. And when he gets back to her dorm, she's not there. And he needs his suit because he has an interview. He said he's texting, calling, knocking on the door. She doesn't pick up. So he's kind of out of luck because he spent a lot of money on this suit for this interview and he needs it. So what does he do? As an RA, he has the keys to all of the dorms. So he uses it to literally just go in the room, get his suit, and leave. But she plays like the victim, where she reports him for breaking in and like causing her stress, etc., and he gets in trouble for it. And that was kind of like the stem where it stemmed off of, where he didn't trust people because he thought she was a good friend and she effed him over. So that was like the main point of when we first get into his therapy session. Then we go back to the lady. You know, she's really excited. She meets one of her good friends at a coffee shop, basically tells her she quit her job. And the other lady, you could see her face kind of like go from excited to like nervous, which we find out she's been lending her money. And she thinks, well, I feel like she doesn't really think her book is going to blow up because she's worried about her asking her again for lending her $500. And she doesn't even say anything to that besides, tell me I'm a good writer. And that's basically what happens there. She explains she quit because she met a publisher who emailed her and she has to go meet him. All right. So she goes into the publishing office, and the person who seats her is the guy from last season, and his name slips my mind. The friend, Paperboy's cousin, who came back from jail, who Ern fought in the last one of the last two episodes. He's the one who's working for the publisher. And I thought nothing of it. I was just like, oh, it's great to see him. I'm glad he has a job. But he seats her. And then she goes to meet the publisher, who is very excited. But he seems very busy. He has to rush off, but gives her the card and says, listen, you're going to read your book at this library. This is, the time. Get your hair done. And you'll know the person you need to talk to, but you'll know by the hat. So basically, she knows she has to read the book, and she'll know who's the one, like, watching her because of the type of hat she's going to wear. Cool. All set there. She leaves. Go back to Ern. He's back in therapy, but now he's talking about a very specific thing that happened because also earlier he was explaining how his alma mater, Princeton, wanted him to go back to talk. And as you know, most of the times they just want money. They're people who graduated these colleges, they're rich and famous, like wherever, say Tom Hanks graduated, they'll want him, give him an honorary degree, let him talk in hopes that he's going to donate money. So Ern is going back and forth like, am I going to go? Yes, no. He explains, the only reason is because they want him to have money, want him to give money, and he's probably right. But at the next session, when he comes back, the therapist kind of asks him again if he decided if he was going to do it. And Ern says he's not because I guess he didn't want to do it, but something happened on his way to go there. So when he was going to go to Princeton, he explained that he was going with Vanessa and Lottie. So her, his mother, the mother of his child, and his kid were going to go because he was going to speak. And then he was going to take Lottie to, I believe he said Sesame Place. So that was the plan. When they got to the airport security person wouldn't let them in because they said his passport was too damaged, which is odd because as of right now, you don't need your passport to fly. So that was interesting. So they're going back and forth arguing, and she wouldn't let him go. And he explains he saw a black woman who was also an agent, and that agent told him, like, this lady is racist. She does this with all black families. She always gives them a hard time. So that's that. They can't get through, so they don't go. That was like the main reason why they didn't go. Okay. We go back to the woman. She gets to the library, and the person at the front desk in the library kind of gives her a little bit of a hard time. Again, I think nothing of it. She sits down to read her book. She starts reading, and all the kids start like making fun of her, making fun of the book, trying to like get her to cry. And again, I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, man, I'm not like these kids are rude because kids just say stuff, but you would think a teacher or someone there would say, let the person, they're here to read, let them read, but no one says anything. So they're making fun of her, they're making fun of the horse, and she's basically on the verge of tears. And the woman behind her, who was at the front desk, just says, listen, just, finish the book. But we see the woman with the hat get up and leave, so that's how you know she didn't do too well and she lost her shot. And then this is the end of the movie. Right after movie, at the end of the episode, we get to the bar and we see Ern, we see Paperboy, we see Darius, and then we see every person who was like in on this. So his friend was there, the one who was working for the publisher. The publisher was there. The woman from the library was there. This was all an elaborate scheme for Ern to F this lady over, because we learn, this is the lady that wouldn't let him through at the airport. That blew my mind. This was I think it's a cool twist. Like, Ern, that was petty, but Darius said it pretty well. He wasn't sure if this was petty or if it was terrorism. But I mean, that lady, like, singled him out and Vanessa and Lottie as a black family and wouldn't let them through. She didn't know that Ern's got the money and resources to do something like this. So he got vindictive and got her back. So she quit her job and she lost her book deal. And that made Ern happy. But Paperboy and Darius were kind of like, I don't know, man, that's kind of crazy. Which is odd to think. I thought they would be happy for him, but they thought he went too far. And that was that episode of Atlanta. And now we move on to Brooklyn Nine-Nine this week. It was Sal's Pizza. This was another pretty simple, funny episode. My favorite part of this was that Patton Oswalt was in it. I love Patton Oswalt wherever he shows up. He was in the second to last episode of What We Do in the Shadows this season. He's so funny. So there's arson happens, as the title says, at a pizzeria. Someone burned the pizzeria down. Who is the head of the fire department? Patton Oswalt. So basically the cops have to go because it's a crime, but they're butting heads of whose jurisdiction it is. I thought this was a chat, but it's just Stream Elements. I keep forgetting to look that up. So they're butting heads because of the jurisdiction of who's supposed to like really research it. And side plot is that Charles has a weekly pizza blog that he does ranking like every pizzeria in the city. And Sal's, I think, was always high on his list. But as they interview people who are suspects, he mentions that, well, they only interview 2 people that we see on camera, but they're not very high on the list. So they're suspected because they want to steal the recipe to make better pizza. So what else can I get into? Because it's really not that intricate. What else was there? Oh, there was also the side plot with Rosa and Amy. Rosa she was offered police chief at a precinct and Amy couldn't handle it. Like, she was so jealous. I don't know why. I don't really like that about her character, that they write her that way, where she's kind of like smitten by Captain Holt and then she's jealous of Rosa. But Rosa takes her on a road trip to go to see why she didn't take the job. Basically, it was the quietest town in Jersey, nothing going on, boring, nothing to do. She really wouldn't have gained anything from taking it. And Amy's like, yeah, you're probably right. The best part of that, well, the comedy was funny, but what I took out of that after they like kind of get back was the conversation they had in the car, which was great, where, even though Rose is hard, and I say this every week, she is caring for people. She just doesn't emote it, But she basically said it well, like, we have to have each other's backs. We're in a precinct, and when you look of the main cast, they're the only 2 women. And she says that, like, in a precinct full of men, we're the only 2 women. We have to have each other's back. And Amy was like shocked. She said, are you saying you have my back? Like, she didn't believe it. And Rose was like, yeah, I got your back. Like, she firmly said, I do have your back. So that's awesome to me, because they should. And so we get back to the pizzeria stuff, and basically Patton Oswalt's character thinks that Sal burned his own pizzeria down, because usually that's what happens when you're not making money, you burn it down, collect the insurance. And that's kind of what I thought as well. But as they were interviewing the people, Charles was actually eating the pizza while Jake was kind of interrogating. So he was kind of like eating for his blog, I guess. And one of the guys, and I didn't catch this while the episode was going on, I caught it at the end. He mentions that the pizza improved. He's like, wow, this is really good now. And long story short, that's how they figured out that this was the guy who did it, because his pizza was always like 10th on the list, and all of a sudden his pizza is really good. So that's kind of how they figured out that he did it, and they arrested him. So that's pretty much the gist of Sal's Pizza. So those were the 3 episodes I watched last week. And then I did a trailer reaction for this Disney Once Upon a Studio. It looks pretty cool. It's supposedly a Disney short, so maybe it's, I don't know, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I have no idea. But it looks like it's well, it doesn't look like it is in the style of Roger Rabbit, where it's animation in the real world. The main difference is they're pulling what seems to be characters from every era. So we saw Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Anna, Elsa, Moana, Flounder. So they showed a few characters in this trailer. And what I like about it is they didn't say, we're going to do a movie like this and we're going to like animate all the characters the same. Like it's going to be 2D animation, or it's going to be 3D animation, or it's going to be CGI like Pixar. They are animating each character the way they were originally animated in their own movie. So when they show Moana holding Flounder, it is, I guess you could say, CGI Moana, like digital Moana holding 2D animated Flounder. So that was really cool. And it also reminded me of the Chippendales movie that came out like 2 years ago. So that's neat. What else do we got? Like I said, next week we have Our Flag Means Death Season 2. That's coming out on Thursday, I believe midnight. 3 episodes. So I'm going to have to wake up and watch them, because I really need to put out a reaction, at least one on Thursday, one on Friday, and probably one on Saturday, because I'm also going to do a live stream specifically for Our Flag Means Death on Saturday. So that's going to be a lot. I'm going to have to bang that out. And then Loki comes out as well. So I'll have to watch that. And I think I'm going to react to that as well, because I need some recent shows to do, since I'm doing 3 series right now that are off the air in Community, Atlanta, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So it's going to be a tough Thursday for me, because on Friday I'm going out to a birthday dinner, and then Saturday is the morning live stream. I think I have it set for 9 a.m. for an hour, and then it's back to kind of editing. I'll have to watch Community Saturday or Sunday, and then the same thing over and over. But it's fun. I enjoy it. All right. I think that's all I really have. Oh, Jay's here. Did I talk about Disneyland yet? Oh, I did not talk about. I wasn't even planning on it. I totally forgot. Oh, shoot. I missed a bunch of chats. I was looking at OBS. So Jay said, did I talk about Disneyland yet? Not yet. Ruffled Sapphire, Sal's Pizza, and Thanksgiving. I spoke about Sal's Pizza because that's the one that I posted this week. Thanksgiving will be next week on YouTube, but Thanksgiving and Christmas are both on Patreon, because ironically, Jay, who is in the chat, he is in one of my tiers where he gets to tell me a show to watch every month, and he chose Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So I watched 2 episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine and posted them both this week. So next week will be Thanksgiving. The week after on YouTube will be Christmas. But next week, there won't be a Patreon Brooklyn Nine-Nine, because then I'm going to be all out of whack. So I'll just need all my patrons to just come together and pick something, and I'll put it out on Thursday. Jay said, "Can you see chat?" I can see the chat now. I was in OBS, which I can see the chat, but my poll was blocking everything. Ruffles says, "Once Upon a Studio sounds like a well-produced short. Disney takes that stuff seriously." Yeah, it seems like when Disney does a lot of their IP that includes like older characters, they do. But the thing is, I didn't see any humans, meaning I didn't see any like main character humans. And it's getting hot in here. So I'm not sure if it's just going to be, the cartoon characters running around, interacting with like random humans. I'm assuming if they do it that way, there's going to be a lot of celebrity cameos. But I don't think there are any main characters that are humans. Cool. Let's see. Right now, my poll is at 3 votes. Everyone, our flag means death. OFMD is like super trending. I know Loki is Marvel, but our flag means death fan base, they are rabid in a good way. If it wasn't for them, I would have never even started. I guess I could talk generally. Thanksgiving, I loved that episode. It was great. Christmas, I loved the episode, but there was a part that frustrated me in it that it frustrated me and it annoyed me. But for the most part, all in all, it was a good episode. Like there's very rarely, well, there hasn't been a bad Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode to me in season 1. It's crazy that they had the 2 holiday episodes back to back. I was like, how did they jump from Thanksgiving to Christmas so fast? But when I look on Google, you could see when the episodes were released, and it looks like that was their mid-season break or something. Or it had to be something because they didn't have any episodes in December. It went straight to January, I believe. But it was all right. What else should I? Oh, well, we could talk about Disneyland. I did go to Disneyland on Sunday with the Kind Assassin. I posted some pictures. Her friends came to town, so when I lived in Anaheim, I had an annual pass, so I was in Disneyland all the time. And when you go all the time, it doesn't really feel special. You're just going because you could go whenever you want. But now that I live further away, I can't go every day or every week, so I don't have a pass. So I was really excited. Like we bought these tickets 3 months ago, 2 months ago, and we were supposed to go when the hurricane hit, so we had to postpone it. But it was really fun. We were there almost all day, walked around a lot. I bought Genie Plus. Me and my friend William came. We got on some rides. She was with her friends. Ate a lot of snacks, just ate a lot of food, sodas, drinks, Dole Whips. It was a good time. It was a really good time. What else? I don't know. You all have any questions for me? Whoever's watching? I know I have another live stream planned right now. Well, not a live stream, a live watch along. But it's going to be, this one's for Patreon members. It's going to be The Little Mermaid 2023. But I think every month I want to do 2, like one for Patreon and then one for YouTube or anyone. And, oh, hold on. Ooh, excuse me. Basically, my plan is you obviously need to be subscribed to one of the services. So if I'm watching a Marvel movie or a Star Wars or a Disney, you'll need Disney Plus, and then you'll need a Chrome browser. I feel like most people use Chrome, maybe. And then you'll need a plugin. I think it's called TubeBuddy. No, TubeBuddy has, no. It's called Teleparty. It's a Chrome browser extension. You just Google Teleparty Chrome extension. It'll take you there. You install it. And basically, I would set up the movie in whatever it is, Max, Disney Plus, Amazon, whatever it is. I set it up. I start it. I click the button. it populates in a browser and I get a link. And then I post the link, and if you have everything set up, you click the link, it'll take you right there. And when I hit play, yours will play. If I'm 45 minutes into the movie and you just get in, it'll sync you up perfectly. And it has chat. So text chat. So we could watch the movie and text chat. But I'm also thinking if I want to do like voice chat or streaming, like a video chat, that I'll set it up in the Discord. So I could post it again, but I really want to take advantage of Discord in this to try to do things like this with people who are interested in the same movies and TV shows and things like that. So we'll see. I watched Elemental yesterday, but I didn't do a reaction to it. It was just one person watched with me, and it was good. It was actually really really good. I'm sad I didn't get to see it in the theater. It just came out at a time with so many movies, and I was so busy that I just didn't have the time to see it. Mm. Let's see. How do I get this? Yeah, I freaking. Oh, maybe if I go to live chat. Ah, but this still stays. There's no way to like. I can only close it. Damn it. All right. Well, I guess I could just use the chat in YouTube Studio. What else is there? I didn't get any questions. I mean, I'm not that big yet to get too many, but I don't know. Jay, Ruffled Sapphire, are you both still here? Whew. What else can I talk about? I don't know. I guess, yeah, it's going to be a busy week next week. A lot of shows. But in, I think, 6 more weeks, I'm going to be done with Atlanta. And it's crazy because Our Flag Means Death is 8 episodes in 4 weeks. So that's going to be a new show, but it's only going to be 4 weeks. And I'm putting out those reactions as they happen. So there's 3 episodes the first week. I'll have to bang those out. 2 episodes the next week. 2 episodes the following week after that. And then the finale is 1. So that's going to be rough. But Loki is going to be 1 episode a week. I think that's 6 episodes. So I'll have... So we got Community for a while. Brooklyn Nine-Nine for a while. We have 1 week until Our Flag Means Death and Loki. So that's 1 more Atlanta. So that's 4. So 6 weeks. So it'll be 4 weeks with Atlanta, Our Flags, and Loki, right? Then 2 more weeks with Loki, and then I'm done. So it's going to be 4. Oh, I think actually I'll be done with Atlanta and Loki in the same week. So basically in 7 weeks I'll have a huge opening because I'll only have 2 shows in 6 weeks. Yeah, or 7 weeks. I'll only have Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Community. So yeah, in a month and a half, I'm gonna have to figure out another show to watch. That's like, I want something current, I think, but there's really nothing that's like new that I could start from episode 1. There's that show Krabopolis that came out. I watched the first episode. That literally, episode 3 is this Sunday. It's another animated show by Dan Harmon, who did Community and he did Rick and Morty. Though I am watching Rick and Morty, but Patreon only. So that's simple. Like those ones I watch, and it's really quick to pop those onto Patreon. Ooh. Stream Elements bot running. I don't know why it said it twice. So yeah, I guess Any suggestions for shows to watch? I just need stuff that I'll enjoy, that are good, and that are popular enough to attract viewers, because I say it every week, the odd thing about Atlanta is it's one of the best shows I've ever watched. It is a great show. Not a good show. Atlanta is a great show. And nobody watches my reactions. I would have thought it would be the one that got the most, but it's even my Muppets Mayhem reactions got more views than Atlanta. I'm like, what? That is crazy. And Atlanta's finale was only a year ago. So, and I'm in season 4. So season 4 is not that far removed. But I mean, views aren't indicative to how good a show is. It's just, I want people to watch it more because it's a great show, you know? I don't get an ego boost over people who watch my videos. It's more or less, I don't get paid to do this. So if I'm watching something, if no one's watching that video, then I probably shouldn't do it, you know, because theoretically it's a waste of time since I have a full-time job. So it's just sad that I really love Atlanta and not a lot of people watch it or watch the videos, the reactions, but hopefully as I grow, but even with Marvel movies and shows, I did what was the one that I was doing? The Mandalorian. When last season came out, I did the first 3, I think, and I stopped. One, because I wasn't getting views, which I'm not expecting 1 million views, but when I look at my studio, I could see what my other videos got, and I'm like, oh, Mandalorian, everyone is watching this. I would have thought that it would have gotten like the most views of my videos. And again, no one was watching it. Plus, Disney was actually striking it a lot too, so it was a pain in the ass to edit. And then every week I would have to like cut stuff, and I said it's not worth it. The same thing is kind of happening with Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Every week my Brooklyn Nine-Nine gets hit by NBC Universal, and it's funny because usually when you upload it, as soon as it does a check, it tells you it's hit. But Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I have never been hit when it checks. It's always the next day or 2 days later. Even this week's Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm in my studio right now, and as of right now, it's fine. No restrictions, everything is good. But then 2 days from now, Universal could hit it and strike it, and it's a pain in the ass because I want to do these. But like, is it worth it if every time it gets like a copyright strike or whatever they call it? But I'll keep doing it. I'm trying to figure out kind of like what's the rhyme or reason behind it. And if this one doesn't get hit, I think I might have found it. Every time a reaction video gets hit, they usually choose a random 20 seconds, which doesn't make sense because it's arbitrary, right? They pick a reaction and they're just like, you can't monetize this because this 30 seconds is bad. And in my head, I'm like, what specifically about this 30 seconds called attention to the algorithm of whoever like puts these restrictions in? It's nothing different than 30 seconds before it. It's nothing different than 30 seconds after it, than 5 minutes before it, than 10 minutes after it. There's no difference. So you clip it, and then they say, oh, this 10-second you can't use either. You clip that I'm talking about in YouTube. Then they'll say, oh, this 10 seconds you can't use. So there's nothing you could do, right? But with Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I'm probably giving it a 30% chance that I'm right, 70% chance that I'm wrong. I think it might be the auto check settings that we put in. When you're ready to monetize, it'll tell you like, did you say the F word in this video? You click the button and it'll tell you like, oh, you could still monetize this. But there are certain things that you say You can't do it, but they let you auto check yourself to make it easier on them. And what I usually do by default is a lot of times I say shit. Like I say, oh, that shit was crazy. That's crazy shit. Holy shit. Like I say that a lot. And that's the first one you could choose. And sometimes I forget if I do a quick video if I said it, but I'll always click that button saying that, yes, I said shit. So whatever. So I'm thinking maybe NBC Universal doesn't want you cursing in their videos or saying bad words. So this episode that I posted, I did not say any bad words and I did not put any restrictions in. So we'll see what happens. If Saturday comes and it's good, I feel like it'll be good. And then I'll just be careful during Brooklyn Nine-Nine to never say shit. So maybe that'll help. I don't know. But again, it's not really about like making money. It's about if it gets hit, sometimes they don't let anyone watch it. And I want people to watch it. And it's even if you don't monetize it, they'll do it. So we'll see what happens. Because once you make a selection for that video, you can't change it. So if I wanted to like go back and say, oh, I never even said a bad word, let me change it, I can't. I would have to delete it and re-upload it. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. I accidentally left the freaking... Oh, man. That's the only bad thing I don't like about the Magic Mouse. It's very, very delicate with like swipe backs. I got to get back into the studio so I can see the chat. All right, here we go. All right, I'm back, but everyone is gone. Twitch is looking good. Oh my God, I keep forgetting. Oh, Blips found me on Twitch. Oh my God. Yeah, I'll answer you here. I'm gonna have to set up both of my screens if I put Twitch and YouTube. It's just tiring, that park. I feel like you need to go 2 days in a row to even get the most. Yeah, the way that the parks are really packed. So yeah, for the most part, if you really want to do everything, you do have to go 2 days. Yeah, you'd have to do like 1 day in Disneyland, 1 day in DCA for the most part. But the thing that for me, I don't like spending 1 day in one park, even though it's like the same amount of stuff to do. So I would probably want to do like half a day in Disneyland, half a day in DCA, then the next day, again, another half a day and a half a day so I could see both parks. Because sometimes I want to do like a ride in one park twice, but let's see, let me go. Am I going back and forth now? Yeah, it wasn't smart to just do this on my laptop with one screen, but let's see what my poll is looking like. We got, all right, 75-25, our flag means death. I don't need this up anymore because I already talked about all those shows. But I think all my guests are gone. So I give myself this. Ooh. I got my soundboard. I've been really testing my Rodecaster Duo the past week. I think I finally figured everything out to be able to use it effectively and efficiently. It might be overkill for what I need it for, but I had the money, I wanted to buy it. So that's the way it goes. All right. So I'm not great at Twitch. I don't know how to like friend somebody there. You could reply. I'll reply. I don't know how to friend people over here. That's cool. I do like Twitch though. I also have a Kick account. I don't know how many people use Kick, but that's pretty neat. Ooh, I like how Twitch shows you the bitrate. It keeps it like just at 6. And then, does YouTube do it? Let's see. Stream health? No. Shopping? Oh, that's just if I wanted to put stuff in there. Viewer activity. No super chats yet. Analytics. That doesn't show bitrate. Stream setting. YouTube doesn't give you a live bitrate. What is this? Oh, I can insert and I'm just going through the studio stuff since I'm kind of talking to myself right now. But it's neat. There's some new stuff they added here. You could insert an ad, you could delay an ad, create a highlighted video, add a stream marker. I don't know what that means. That's pretty cool. But I do like how Twitch shows you the bitrate. But if I go to OBS, it'll tell me, where is it? Yeah, my main live is 6261. So, okay. I would have to go to OBS to see my bitrate. No frames missed, no skipped frames. That's good. Dropped frames network. Don't know what that means. Less than 1% though. All right. Well, I don't really have anything else. I can end the poll right now since it looks like our flag means death won with only 4 votes. So I can end that. See what happens when I do that. Oh, it shows it. That's cool. All right, 10 minutes early. Not too bad. I have stuff to do. Well, as I said, for this week, I don't think I have any more videos to post this week. But October 1st, my first time watching movie is going to be 1995's Ghost in the Shell, and I'm going to watch it with it's going to have the English subtitles. So I'm not watching it dubbed in English. I'm going to watch it with the subtitles, as you should. So that'll be on Patreon on October 1st, and then around the 15th, it'll be on YouTube. Oh, Mr. J is back. I was just about to wrap it up. I have like 8 more minutes just saying how Ghost in the Shell 1995 will be on Patreon October 1st. I have to watch that one. I keep hoping that Tomb Raider wins. I've never seen Tomb Raider and I want to watch it, but it never wins the votes. And that gets also a... Oh, what you missed before, when I do the live watch party for Patreon, Little Mermaid 1, but what I want to do, and I've explained it, I posted it a lot, people are probably annoyed. Chrome browser, that, whatchamacallit, teleparty plugin, so we all watch it in Chrome, synced, we could watch everything, we could chat in that browser, but then I think also maybe voice chat in Discord. What's up next for the Sanctum? Oh, it's dinner after this, and then I'm like really have to focus and mentally prepare myself for next Thursday. It's just a lot. 4 episodes of shows I have to watch. 3 of Our Flag Means Death, 1 of Loki, and Assassin's Creed Mirage comes out. I might actually live stream when I start Mirage. And that'll be on, if you don't, no, I don't expect anyone to kind of follow it. But I don't want to mix like when I game for fun and live stream. So I created Screen Sanctum Gaming. So whenever I go live when I game, I'll use that. Well, let's get 3 to 55 people to join. I wish I could get 55 people to join. Why don't we give away a copy of the movie or a copy of another movie and a t-shirt? So one in the middle and one on the end of your... I hate that this little heart is in the way. And watch a movie with us. I'll sponsor it. I mean, it's the one that I'm doing is for Patreon, and I don't have 55 patrons. So, but when I do one that's open for everyone, we'll have to figure out a way to get some people on it. But I don't mind giving stuff away. Like, I'm always giving away digital codes to movies that I buy. So I could always buy The Little Mermaid and collect it and give away the digital code. The shirts, that's easier, because if I'm giving it away, I could personally order it and ship it straight from the people that make it. So that's not too hard. Like, I don't have to order it here and then ship it to somebody. But again, people would have to give their address. So we could do it. Like I said, I just need to get more people into the Discord. I get a lot of people signing up for the free thing, the free Patreon, which still baffles me because there's not a lot of content you could give away for free on there. I mean, I did a free Brooklyn Nine-Nine video last week where everyone could see it, but I mean, the polls I put up are usually free. Pictures I put up are free. If I link like a YouTube video, it'll be free, but I don't know. I don't know if it's like worth having, because I don't think I've converted people. And then I think the free trial is better because you'll get 7 days free to see everything. And then you could decide if you want to sign up. And I've gotten some conversions on that, but it's hard. You know, it's hard for a smaller channel. I think I have 20, like combined paying and free, like 20 patrons. Honestly, when I opened my Patreon, it was only not to lose my name. Like, I wanted my name on Patreon for when I grew. I didn't think I would get any patrons until I hit like 10,000 subs on YouTube. Oh man. But yep, that's all I really have for this week. Let's talk Discord after I eat, maybe a call. Oh, I can't wait to see what you're eating today. We made what are they called again? I forgot what it's called. Basically like tacos. So good. Chicken and beans and avocado and cheese and sour cream. It was good. But I gotta stop talking about food because I'm starving and I have to eat dinner. But yes. Yeah, I'll hit you up on Discord. That's all for me. Another fun day. Oh, I don't think you caught this. I think I said it before you got on. Next week, because I have all those episodes to watch on Thursday, I'm doing my live stream on Wednesday. So this live stream is going to be Wednesday, probably 5 o'clock again. I was thinking doing it at 3. Like, that's early Pacific time, but that's 6 o'clock on the East Coast. So when people get home, like this one was 8 o'clock on the East Coast. I just need to pick a time that I could get the most people to watch. But yeah, next week it's going to be Wednesday, and then next Saturday is an Our Flag Means Death specific video to talk about, the first 3 episodes. But then Loki comes out. There's no way I could do 3 live streams. So maybe Wednesday will be regular. Saturday will be Flags and Loki. I don't know. Jay said, let's make enamel pens. Let's make enamel pens of you with the red or green beard, those lapel pins, and give them away to new subs. All right. We could talk later. I got to go. So thanks everyone for hopping on. I'll see you on the next live or the next video. I appreciate everyone. See you guys later.